want to give y'all a little bit of what he was saying as he was reacting to Kamala Harris losing and Trump winning the election. So here's Biden speaking specifically about that.
Good morning.
Hold on, Biden had that two-step too. I just want to say that.
He was skipping. That's why I
Oh
started laughing. I
yeah.
had to mute myself.
That
Is
boy,
this?
that boy that lost.
He
That
looks
boy that lost
younger.
10 years of life because he ain't president no more. He done
He
lost 10
happy.
years.
He happy Kamala lost.
I think he voted for Trump, but let me get this little speech in a little bit.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Good to see this cabinet and the staff together here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's good to see you all. Particularly good to see my granddaughter sitting in the front row here. Hi, Finn. How are you, honey? For over 200 years, America has carried on the greatest experiment in self-government in the history of the world. And that's not hyperbole, that's a fact. We're the people. The people vote and choose their own leaders, and they do it peacefully. And we're in a democracy. The will of the people always prevails. Yesterday, I spoke with President-elect Trump to congratulate him on his victory. And I assured him that I'd direct my entire administration to work with his team to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition. That's what the American people deserve. Yesterday, I also spoke with Vice President Harris. She's been a partner and a public servant. She ran an inspiring campaign, and everyone got to see something that I learned early on to respect so much, her character. She has a backbone like a ramrod. She has great character, true character. She gave.
When I heard him say that,
What is a
What is that?
ramrod?
That's cap.
She got backbone like a ramrod. Is
Like
that
a
what he
wagoneer?
said?
No, 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 no,
y'all don't know what a ramrod is?
I thought he
no,
No.
said
no,
rim
no.
job or something. That's what I thought he said.
A ramrod is for cleaning a. It's almost like for cleaning a firearm.
Guns.
Okay.
Oh wow.
It's like a metal. It's like this little metal wood thing, and you can use it to clean or load your firearm.
Why would he say that?
Wow.
If she got a backbone like a
Where's
ram.
she getting ramrod at?
let me, let
He
me
trying to he trying to imply that she taking the whole shotgun.
I don't know. We don't know. Let me play a little bit more, and then we're gonna come back to
But it
it.
Gave her
sound
whole
like
heart and effort, and she and her entire team should be proud of the campaign they ran.
Let me also say I don't think that was a part of the original speech. I think he added that in there, but that
oh
was
for sure.
yeah, that was him improving. But we gonna continue to play it.
He had a couple of improv
The
moments.
struggle for the soul of America, since our very founding, has always been an ongoing debate and still vital today. I know for some people, it's a time for victory, to state the obvious. For others, it's a time of loss. Campaigns are contests of competing visions. The country chooses one or the other. We accept the choice the country made. I've said many times, you can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your neighbor only when you agree. Something that I hope we can do no matter who you voted for.
All right, we're just gonna leave it there. All right. So long story short, he said that there would be a peaceful transition. He congratulated Trump, but more importantly, he was spry. I haven't seen Biden look this spry since probably when he got elected in 2020. Um, Here's my question to you guys: do you think that Biden is actually happy Honestly, do y'all think that Biden is actually happy that Kamala Harris lost, considering
Yes.
that they pushed him out? And one of the reasons that Nancy Pelosi pushed him out is said that he would be bad for the Democratic Party down ballot, that everybody would be affected by him staying in the race as president, potentially president of the United States of America. So I got a two-part question. Do you think that he's happy that Kamala Harris lost? And secondly, do you believe that he would have done a better job than Kamala Harris had he stayed in the race and not conceded and gave up his seat in order for her to become the president elect, or to potentially try to become president of the United States of America?
Yeah, yeah. But this is part of my theory why I think that he got pushed out. I think this is all like maybe collusion, and I don't know. It just seems strange that the president who actually won you just move him out the way for somebody who was very much unseen for 3 years, didn't do their job, wasn't even qualified.
Mm,
It's very strange that you would move somebody who won an election out the way for somebody who isn't even qualified, like, or who hasn't even done anything. It's very strange to me. So yeah, he has a right to be bitter, and he would have did better. I mean, that's the main reason why she
you
got
think he would have
lost.
did better? And how do you what makes you think he would have done better?
Well, honestly, he already ran. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he actually sounds way more competent now than he did the first time. I'll be honest about that. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if they updated his clone or what's going on with him, but he definitely sounds way more competent than he had the last the last 3 years, like lately. But it could be because he been staying out the way. I don't
Mm,
know.
mm.
But he definitely sounds like somebody who is way more well spoken and has more answers than Kamala. That's just my thoughts. It could just be him reading that teleprompter, but I don't know. Even when Kamala read hers, it didn't sound as impactful as his does. Like it definitely just sounded like she just read that joint straight through. It just sounded like everything else she had been saying. This doesn't sound like something that he said before. I don't know. I just think he would have did better.
I don't know. I definitely think that Joe Biden is happy she lost. Anytime you in the house and somebody just come in your backyard doing a whole speech and don't invite you,
Mm.
I think you feel a little bitter about it. He instantly jumped right up on the telephone. Because what was his point of talking to CNN? Like, it was no point. While Kamala is doing her whatever speech that was. So, yeah, I think he's doing it on purpose. And I think he's really happy. I mean, he skipped out there. I've never seen that man skip.
Yeah, he didn't look as tired for some reason. He wasn't
Yeah, I
sleepy
mean,
Joe as much.
he ain't had to run the country. Shit, he ain't got no stress.
I
It's
don't
like,
know.
Yeah, he did. He was talking like he wasn't at the White House for a minute. Like, it's good to see all
yeah,
y'all. He was talking like he
yeah.
hadn't
He's like,
been there.
oh,
Because he hasn't
there's a
been. You
party out
right.
here.
You right.
But I definitely think his wife is happy that Trump won.
You
I
think so?
Oh,
definitely
because she
think that
wore, she wore that
yup.
red? Because she wore that red.
I sure well, I didn't see the
Oh,
red
see,
thing. I
live
tried to
her.
find the red thing, but I definitely think his wife had bigger plans for him than what happened. So I
Oh,
don't know.
well,
I
that
just
begs
think she
another
was probably
question then,
happy.
Kerry. If that be the case, if that's true,
Is he coming back?
no, 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 no. I ain't even going about that. Here's another question: Do do women prefer that men that become successful at some point give it up so that they can spend more time with their man?
How did
No.
you get to that question?
Because you said you was glad that you think his wife was glad, you know what I'm saying, that he didn't run again or that he didn't become president again.
No, I think his wife is glad that Trump beat Kamala.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
She
his
said
wife is
he had
is
bigger plans for him in office.
like sweet revenge.
I got you. I thought you were
I
saying
think I
that.
think it's her. I think what you're saying, Carrie, is the legacy because they kind of with that whole switcheroo that kind of ruined Joe Biden's legacy, if you will. So now he has the legacy of being ousted, and now they're trying to blame everything on him. So I'm sure
Wait, what
they're
they
happy
blaming
that she
him
lost.
for? The election?
Oh, the media, they're saying that he should have got out earlier. He was only supposed to be a transitional president. So they're trying to say that he was only supposed to just be there to get Trump out.
Why would you just be there to get Trump out and then
Because the
not run again,
Democrats don't know what they're
just so
talking
somebody
about
could
and
get in
they
the
stand
way?
for him.
Then you didn't even have anybody. You didn't even have anybody in position. You just took the vice
Well, here's
president
the
who
thing.
wasn't even
No,
fit,
because
and she got
they
smoked.
they wanted, no, I will give, and I don't even like Barack Obama, but I will give Barack Obama this. He did ask for a primary, and Nancy and them said no.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
They,
That is very
what
true.
happened?
You're absolutely right, Mika. Barack Obama said that we needed to have. He said when Biden, when they was trying to
Step
get Biden
down.
out, yeah, Barack Obama withheld his endorsement of Kamala Harris. When everybody jumped on board, Barack Obama withheld his endorsement, and he said we need to see who's going to come out as the best candidate, especially with the Democratic National Convention coming up. That's what he did do that. You are 100% correct, Mika. 100% on it.
So how was that Biden's fault?
It's not Biden's fault.
Yeah, that's the Democratic Party's fault. They still went and they still tried to go in there half cocked with a candidate that really wasn't up to par,
Hmm.
and the results show
I
that
believe that
wasn't
this
Biden's
actually,
fault.
I believe that this worked out the best for Biden. Biden won. Listen, in my opinion, Biden could quite possibly be one of the greatest politicians of all time. He could
Oh
possibly, yes, yes, he could. Listen to what I'm saying, Slimmy.
man,
Listen
Why?
to what I'm saying, Slimmy.
yeah,
I'm not
Barack.
saying that he's the person that did the most for the people or he was the best for the people. I'm
Oh, you
saying
so
he's one of the greatest politicians of all time, meaning his ability to be able to maintain power, be a lifetime politician for 50 years, evolve, become vice president under Obama, switch his position, wind up becoming president of the United States of America, and avoid an embarrassment by being beat by Trump, by then getting pushed out and still maintaining and preserving his legacy because he can always still lean on the fact that he said, listen, I would have beat Trump. That's what he stood on, even though we don't think that he would have beat Trump. He can still lean on that and say, I would have beat him. And if, worst case scenario, we don't know what would have happened because she got trounced the minute that I pulled out of office. He is one of the greatest politicians of all time in his ability to maintain power and to stay in a position regardless of whether or not he was actually doing a good job or not.
And he's the only one out of the derangement people that actually did quote unquote beat Trump. So yeah, he can definitely lean on that.
ain't no way he won that election.
Well,
It don't
we know he
it
did.
don't even
We
matter.
know he not doing
That's not
81,
even
but at the end of the day,
that's not the thing that we arguing or not the thing
No,
that I'm
I know.
what I'm
No,
saying
yeah, you
is
saying
his resume as a politician on paper quite possibly rival anybody.
who's
His
the other dude that
decisions
was in politics for a really
his
long
decisions
time? What's that
in the
other dude?
highest office ever is very rare. It's a rare thing for somebody to be able to do what he's done and maintain power despite all of the dumb shit that he's done over the years. And he still
Mhm.
went out on top by basically saying, listen, I would have beat him, and the only reason that I got pushed out is because I was too old. And see what happened? You embarrassed me. He can come back and say Nancy Pelosi was wrong, all of that shit.
Who's
AD,
that
do you
other
think they're gonna push him out?
Who's
I
that
mean,
other
push her
lifetime
out?
politician? What's that other guy?
Do you
He been in there for a long time.
Bernie Sanders?
Yeah, thank you.
All of
Yeah.
them has been in there for a long time.
Then I think Ross Perot was in there for a long time. He passed away though.
Ross Perot
Hmm.
was a self-made billionaire, though.
Oh, really?
Do you think that
Yeah.
Trump would
Shit.
pardon Biden's son?
Uh, yep, I do.
I do too. I
I
do
do.
too.
I do.
I only
I do
think that if
too.
Biden pardons Trump before he get out of office in 2 months, you like, hey, go ahead and get rid of my cases, and I'll hook your son up on the back end.
I do. Because I think that at the end of the day, Trump is still a businessman. That's the thing that
Yeah.
people forget. At the end of the day, business trumps all. It trumps everything. I do. I think that a lot of other people wouldn't, and so they project their inability to see it from a business perspective. But at the end of the day, um, I think he a businessman, and I also think that
Yeah.
what's more important to Trump is his legacy and his patriotism than what people tried to do to him.
Mm,
Yeah, that's why I didn't believe that list that they kept saying. He's gonna, when Kamala said, oh, he's gonna have a hit list of political enemies to get back at. I was like, well, he could have locked Hillary up, and he didn't do that.
And he
Yeah,
said that. He was like, "What do I look like doing that to a woman?" Like, I'm did he say Clinton's wife or a woman? I don't know. One or the other was the
yeah.
reason, but
He'll talk shit about you, but that don't mean that he necessarily like. At the end of the day, I think that he about legacy and he about business. 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think the
yeah.
same way. You know what I'm saying? I try to model myself after that. Sometimes I get a little emotional. I be wanting the niggas to off niggas, but you know,
Now that I've been watching Blacklist so much, I get it. I get it.
because um there's a way that you go about doing things. There's a tradition that comes with being president. That's why I don't think that he respects Kamala Harris.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
he did say that.
I don't think
He
he
said that
respects her.
about, he said Joe Biden. He said at least Sleepy Joe got votes.
Yeah, I think that. Well, I don't think that he respect her because I believe that that she actually it's too much evidence that's pointing to her being a part of, for whatever reason, whether it was somebody else that put her up to it or not. In my opinion, her being a part of trying to prosecute him to prevent him from becoming president of the United States again. I just don't think that she played fair. She didn't play. She didn't play. It's always an unscripted rules of the game, and every single thing that you do, I believe that there's rules to the game that's untold. It's almost like it's like gangsters, right? You can go out and do some of the wildest shit, but you can't be a snitch. You know what I'm saying? It's just unwritten rules that come along with politics. I believe there's unwritten rules that come along with the streets. I think it's unwritten rules that come along with business. It's unwritten rules when it comes to relationships, friends, all of that. It's almost like for example, one of my unwritten rules when it comes to people that I deal with is me and you can fight all day long, but when you start talking publicly negative about me, then we got a problem. Then we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's just some. I think there's always unwritten rules to the game, and when you don't play by the rules, then that's when you start being an outcast, and you get cast aside. So you play too dirty, then it goes left.